I used to ask myself this question hundreds of times. Why do attractive women, women who have degrees, women who are successful in life, that are going places, why do they choose low quality, toxic guys? Guys who you know that they can never measure up to the success and the things you're doing in life, where you're going. These guys, you can just tell by their aura that they have no ambition. They're not really going anywhere. They have no plan, no direction. Why do women continue to choose these toxic losers? Quite frankly, they're bums. They're homeless guys, right? So I'm going to give you 5 reasons why women choose these type of guys. One of these reasons will surprise you, all right? I never forget, I was living in this apartment complex about 5 years ago, and it was 3 really attractive women. They all had their own place, and I used to always see them with new guys coming in and out every 6 to 8 months, right? They're just switching out guys. I'm like, man, these girls are good looking girls. Why are they choosing guys who literally had no place to stay? And I never used to see these guys go out to work or anything like that. They were always riding passenger with the women that they were living with. And I'm like, that's crazy. I need to do more research on this topic, right? And I had my own place and I drove a nice car. I'm like, why are they with these guys? I'm quite sure they see me, doing my thing, and I'm going out to work and I'm doing whatever. Yes, women see quality men everywhere, but women aren't foolish. They're not naive. They choose certain men for certain things. The first reason why women choose toxic, low quality men is because they had no instruction. They had no guy, no father figure growing up that can tell them, hey, this is what you should expect out of a man. This is what a man should do every day. This is how he should move. This is the type of things he should be working on year by year, right? So what women are doing is they're being raised by single mothers. So they just rely on their single mothers and they just choose those type of guys that their mother was switching in and out when they was growing up. See, a lot of women don't have a blueprint. So they're running around blindly and just moving and going for guys who make them feel good. They're going for guys who dress a certain way. They're going for guys who have a certain swag, that talk a certain way. And what that's doing is that's giving them short-term gratification. And after these guys use them up and after they give them a good mouthpiece and these guys talk these women up and they get into their bedroom, afterwards, these guys like, okay, I'm out of here, right? And it's hurting these women. Women choose these toxic men, number one, because they have no male role model to look up to. They can't say, okay, this guy is bad, this guy is good. This guy doesn't care about me, this guy cares about me. This guy is going somewhere in life, this guy isn't, right? So this is why a father figure is just vitally important. It's very important. I made a video about it too. Without a father figure, women will go throughout their life riding a carousel, choosing toxic guys who are no good for them. The second reason why women love toxic men and go for them is because those type of dudes will not hold them accountable. Those type of guys will allow a woman to disrespect them, treat them poorly, talk down to them, and the women, they will continue to choose these guys because those guys will never check them. See, a toxic guy, a low quality dude, he has no boundaries. And women understand this. Women know they can come in and out and about whenever they want. They can wear revealing clothes. They can stay out all night with their girlfriends. They can pick fights. They can get in the guy's face. I'm quite sure you've seen all this before and poking and getting loud. I've seen it a lot growing up. And these women choose these toxic low-level guys because they get their way. They can rebel. They can pick fights. Heck, they can even put their hands on the guy and take their anger and frustration out on him without him either going to law enforcement or leaving that situation, right? And these women, they like those sort of situations. The women who are strong and independent, who look good on the exterior, but you're like, okay, she's with this guy, and she's with him because she can do whatever she wants with him, right? She still gets that sex, that companionship, that masculinity, but she's not held accountable for what she says, how she moves, and what she wears. The third reason why women choose toxic, low-level men, this is going to surprise you. It's because you, as a man, don't interact and approach and talk to those attractive women. This is on you guys. This is the biggest reason. Okay? So if you constantly see women who have, guys who got dingy clothes on, guys, you're like, man, I dress better than him. I'm more groomed than him. I look better than him. And you're just picking this guy apart. And you're looking like, you know why you're picking him apart? Because you're not interacting with those type of women. You have to put yourself in position and different social situations to get those attractive women. This is how those low-level bad boy guys with nothing going on for themselves, they get those type of women. The good-looking chicks, the chicks with nice shape, pretty face, everything. Because they are like suicide bombers. They don't care if the girl rejects them. They don't care if the girl, says this or feels this way about them. And this is why those type of guys, those toxic guys, get all the good-looking chicks. I used to wonder all the time, man, until I talked to one, and I'm like, you got a lot of girls around. He's like, yeah, man. And he basically had a carefree sort of attitude, a sort of mindset that was like, I'll take it or leave it. If she don't want to mess with me, I'll go deal with a different guy or a different girl, right? And this is what these guys are doing. So if you always see, and you're always picking apart a guy who is with attractive women, and you're like, man, this dude, you look like a loser. What you need to do is look at yourself and say, man, why am I not interacting with those type of attractive women? Number 4. The attractive woman, the woman who has her life together, the successful girl, the girl with degrees, she's usually the breadwinner. And in every relationship, there must be a yin and a yang. Somebody has to be above and another person has to be beneath. It can't be neck and neck. You know how you hear the alpha female and the alpha male being together? That will never happen. They will always clash because the alpha male, the dominant guy, is going to want a submissive woman. And vice versa. The alpha female, the more dominant woman, is going to want a submissive guy. It's always going to work like that. So you always will see a woman who is driving a car. Might be decent, might be nice, and she's riding with the guy who's in the passenger side, who's probably on the phone texting. And you're like, I got my own vehicle. What the heck? Yeah, because women, every relationship or situation needs a yin and a yang. Right? There can't be two people battling each other for the top number 1 spot. Who's going to be number 1 and who's going to be number 2? So these women, they're getting with guys intentionally. That's the key word, intentionally, because they can be dominant. They can run the show. They can feel like a queen. They can feel like, I'm being worshipped right now. This guy appreciates me so much. He's so thankful and grateful that I'm with him. And with a high quality guy, he doesn't care about a woman's degree. He doesn't care about her job, how much money she makes, because he has his own. And these women understand this, so they get with guys intentionally, because these dudes typically are in and out of work. They probably don't have a bank account, no savings. They have no real education, no training, no trades. And these women can feel so superior. Right? And again, they can talk down to these dudes and say whatever, and they can kick these dudes out of their place. I seen it all the time. Dudes, standing outside because the woman kicked them out. And here's the thing. These guys, they usually come back knocking a day or two later, 3-4 days later, because they don't have a place to stay. The 5th and final reason why women choose low-quality toxic men is because those guys give those women a roller coaster ranges of emotions. They're here today, they're gone tomorrow. You can't really account for them. Those guys aren't reliable. And here's the thing, if you really want to get a woman hooked, she's a slave to her emotions. play with her emotions. Don't text her for an hour. Don't text her for 2-3 days. This is what the toxic guy does. He's not reliable. Because again, he doesn't have a job. So he's like, why should I check in with this woman? Right? Why should I tell her my whereabouts? Why should I tell her, hey, how's your day going? Right? The toxic guy, the low-level guy, he usually is just like, just send text messages, what are you doing? Or WYD, or sup. Some, real simple. And the more high quality guy, he's gonna ask, hey, how's your day going? Perfect punctuation. A lot of these women, what they want is that guy who they can talk about. And women get a hit off a guy who's giving them that negative sort of emotion. So if the guy, the toxic dude, is cheating on him, or she found some revealing pictures in his phone that she most likely is paying for on her cell phone plan, what's going to happen is she can talk about it with her friends. She can post on social media. She can do all these different things just to bring light to her situation, and she can be the victim and she can get all that attention, right? So there's a lot of reasons why women love toxic men, but these are the top 5, okay? A woman's emotions is everything. If you can make her feel a certain way, it's like a joystick. It's like a video game. You can press this button. You can do this. You can do that. If you can do all that to a woman, you got her like that.